Hello, ladies and gentlemen. SeKo Starcraft, or SeKo Drinkcraft. Here having some more drinks and some more Starcraft replays. I've got me, Omniscient, as the red Zerg in the bottom right. And the blue Terran. Chick. CHK, the top left. This was a really long game, so I'm going to fast forward a little bit for the start because, yeah, it's a little bit longer. Enjoying myself a little bit of red wine, some casts. I suggest a lot of people take this up if you're going to do a little bit of Starcrafting. It makes you play worse, but have more fun. Coming up here with my early scout, gonna do a little bit of attackering. I look for gas, just in case there's anything crazy. I'm gonna do some attack and exchange with this SEV. And a couple more attacks. He's gonna come in here and see what I've got going on, which really isn't much. I do manage to kill off that SCV because he couldn't get around this. He goes for a 1 rack expand. Now I didn't know this expand had gone down yet. My overlord hasn't gone up here yet. And he's going for a bunker at the front. He's got a couple marines out, so he's fine. I actually went for a fast 3 base. I almost never do this. But I decided to give it a try. Couple lings just to scout. I had all the money, and I decided I wasn't going to go for an early pressure. It's too much space to really go for like a roach pressure that I'm really good for. So I decided I was going to go for extra macro. Extra macro. Get on the side. I did run up here and see that the bunker was down, so I've got no interest in really trying to overwhelm this. And he actually goes out and repairs that like 5 hit points I lost. That's cute. Units tab. I'm ahead in workers, but I'm on 3 base, and I know that he's going for heavy marines, so down goes my baneling nest, speed, queens, and I'm moving up into my lair so I can get my baneling speed out really fast. My next gas is on the way. He's going for... slow us down so I can see what the hell's going on. So he's got 3 racks, some Hellions, and a starport. He's got 3 gas on the way. And he keeps building SCVs, which is great. I'm building a handful of lings just because I want to have a little bit of an army for some map control if I need it. Spreading a little bit of creep, which is important. Double Evo chamber. And I'm at about the 8-minute mark. This is kind of an important time for me when I'm starting to think about the game. At 8 minutes is when I should be making some decisions about what I'm going to go for my late game tech. Let's go for the upgrades. I've got... when I start feeling a little bit too secure, you'll see that I start throwing down random spine and spore crawlers. Units tab, pretty neck and neck on workers. He does have mules though. There's my tech choice, infestation pit, which is great. And I've got this down here. He's not scouted me at all since this. I don't think he's put down any scans. I do have 4 queens out on the field now. And he's actually got a pretty good little army here. It's nice, it's clean. It's effective. It's sassy. His +1 weapons on the way. And his stem's just about to finish. So he's motoring along pretty good. This whole don't touch each other for the first 10 minutes. Whoops. I've been seeing more of that lately. I've got a ling out front. Scouts at both towers just to see what's happening. More drones, more lings. Ling upgrades. Did I get my baneling speed yet? Baneling nest? No, I haven't got my baneling speed yet. I should be getting that soon, though. I'm pretty sure I want to get that. Couple of crawlers here just to deflect Hellions or something else crazy. But it looks like he's trying to mass up a really good-sized army. Unloads the bunker, so I'm expecting him to move out pretty fast. There he goes. And he kills this before I really get a good look at it. But now he's running into my vision. And I see pretty much what's going on. Lings to the front. Banelings morphing. 10 banelings morphing. And a couple of spine crawlers just to help out. Excuse me. I think I got supply block because I'm a champion. Oh, he got supply block too. We're both champions. It's okay. He's coming around the back, so he's expecting a 3rd. I took the 3rd over on this side. I do know that he's taking down these rocks, and they're going down really fast too. So what is he going to do here? He stimmed up to take out the rocks? Sure did. I wish I had my banelings in the front. I would have done a lot better here. His Marauders soak up a lot of the damage, and the Hellions deal with a lot more. I do have the Spine Crawler here, which is nice. Now I'm back to my Queens and my Crawler to do what I can. Transfuses. 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 He's going to run up here to see what damage he does. I've got a few Lings, rallying them over. These guys are pretty beat up, so I should be able to take them out. This Crawler and both of these Crawlers come in really handy somehow during this. So I actually managed to handle that quite well, I must say. I did lose a fair bit, but so did he. I've got a ton of bank though, so let's look at my units tab. Yeah, we're still pretty neck and neck on workers. I probably could stand to get a bunch more. I'm going to take all my Lings and run forward just to see what's going on. I'm checking for his third. I do have an Overlord over here, but sometimes you can catch it building or something like that. Nothing there. Going back to move some creep, which is fantastic. And all my Queens return to their hatcheries. Neato. Going for a Spire Tech. I know that he's going with a bunch of Marines, but with the Hellion Marauder mix, I figured the might be able to get a little bit of damage done with a surprise attack of Mutalisks here. Let's speed it up a little bit here. Well, there's a lull in the action. He's still producing workers behind this, which is great. He's keeping up on his upgrades. I'm still at my 1-1, even though I have the bank to be able to move into 2-2. But I'm a loser. I'm a loser, baby. So why don't you kill me? A couple more Spine Crawlers, just for the love of it. Throwing down another expansion. I do see that his third base is going up. And that he is morphing a planetary fortress. I was considering to go attack that. But then once again, he's got a planetary fortress up. Still got these Lings over here for scouting. This is a pretty formidable army he's moving out with. It's a pretty rugged size. He does kill off that Ling. He doesn't get this guy. So I've got Infestors on the way. Lings, Banelings. Oh, somebody was talking to me at the same time. I hope this guy didn't take that the wrong way. These scans is going up on top. I like this, going for a big drop. I'm not too sure if this was really necessarily a smart idea, but it's kind of cool. I've got the Crawlers at the front. I split up my army, which is good. But my Infestors pop out. So I've got some pretty good timing on this. This Crawler was really handy. Queen's coming in. Lings clean it up. He lost all of his Hellions. So once again, I did kill off his army. I do want to try and catch these guys if I can. Got these Infestors right here. I didn't know how much life they had before that happened. And I got him just before my Mutas popped out. Coming over here to check for a fourth base. Nothing. And he's got another good sized army already up and on the go. I see that one Ling get hit by a tank shell, so I'm not going to go after that. I see this crazy BS coming in with my Mutas. He had a pretty decent sense about what was going on to be able to stop this. So I actually got a pretty good chunk of Mutas. I'm not making any more. With all these missile turrets going down, it's just not... I probably could have taken all those Marines and done more damage. But he has all these guys over here doing something. So I'm going to loop around, go to the other side. He did invest in 12 missile turrets. So, yeah, he got a little bit of damage done. Big investment. I was considering going to pressure the front, but I know his tanks are still there. Fourth base going down again. 11 Overlords because I got the money to, and I'm supply blocked, so I'm just going to take care of that once and for all. Moving into some more upgrades. Poking in here. Take out a couple missile turrets. Now I'm trying to come back around and snipe a tank or two. But the guy's got quite the army ready to take out that piece. These guys are out front. So I'm moving with my Lings just to see if I can get a bit of damage done. He's got 1-1 Marines versus my... Oh, they're 2-2. That's sexy. That's why they're lasting as long as they did. But I run them away because obviously that was not going to be an easy take. Mutas flying around. They don't really know what to do. More Lings. Festers at the front. Still got this mega bank. I end up losing just about all my Mutas because I'm not paying attention. He goes for a mega stim on all of his stuff, so they actually did a lot of damage. coincidentally. He runs up this way to check for another base. I intercept all of his tanks. This was a great pickup. Now, once again, fantastic ability for me to be able to get the fungals. And I got an itch in my ear. I want to save my infestors as best I can. More links coming up here with the upgrade tie / advantage. They managed to clean it up, which is great. And he's got another army on the way. So he's doing pretty good. He's actually way up in supply. Way up in supply. What's the units count? This guy must have tons of workers. No, he's got 53. Christ, this guy's got a big army. I'm going into Spire and Greater Spire because I'm going to go into Broodlord Tech. I'm late game now. I hate the late game because I don't know what to do in the late game. So I'm going to push for that. But gas is my limiting factor. So I've got to take my next base and more gases soon. Keeping control of watchtowers. Adrenal glands. Yes. Keeping my lings at the most maximum as possible. If this guy pushed out, I'd probably be in a lot of trouble right now. Oh, he is pushing out right now. I'm probably in a lot of trouble right now. All these guys die needlessly because that's the cool thing to do these days. Scanning for another base. I haven't taken it yet. I've got a lot of banelings. Excuse me. A really good amount of infestors. And I'm producing 9 corruptors right now. Plus my burrow. You just never know when that's going to come in handy. And I've got my corruptors over here. That'd be a sick fungal if I had the ability to see that. And scan places like Terran does. Making 5 broodlords. So he's leaving his tanks up here, which is kind of cool to defend against running in. I see the siege, so I'm not getting up there. What I want to try to do is bait his stuff over. This is kind of an awkward. I'm going to slow this down, actually. Pause. So I have my corruptors here. They're going to come over here and attack this. Crawlers. Army's going to go to intercept. I need to be able to use these to hit this. So I've got a lot of multitasking to do right now. So let's go down to slow speed here. Spore crawler coming in handy again. Take that stuff out. Here comes in the units. No back away infestors. Good fungals. Broodlords spawn just in time. Back comes the army. And does he get one? He gets 1 broodlord. And I get a free Thor. Little pockets of units everywhere. It's kind of funky. Sending in the broodlords now. I thought I had more than this, but just 3 here. Gonna go do a little bit of damage just to clear out the siege line. He's still got a huge supply lead on me, but I've got a pretty formidable little army here. This base has been not doing almost anything for me. This is gross. This is gross. But with this army that I held off, and 8 PM I needed to do that, I actually felt pretty good. I'm probably too oversaturated here. Probably should be taking 2 more bases, getting the gas and expanding, because I blew almost all my gas, but I've got a huge mineral bank. He's floating nothing extra. He's coming over here. He's got this base. I still have an overlord over here, so I can see that it's a planetary, so I can't run in at it. What a good army. Let's see what happens here. Man, banelings are so much fun. I take the supply lead finally. Hooray. Go back to regular speed here. More broodlords and corruptors. I blew out all my gas. So I'm really struggling to keep this up. But I managed to kill off a lot of his army. This is like a sacrificial base. I know that he's always going to go for it, but it doesn't bother me too much. We're kind of just going for this base minimization strategy here. I know he's coming this way. It doesn't bother me too much. Lots of infestors. Lings coming around the side. I'm trying not to get all my infestors killed. But my lings get really chewed up by this army. So I'm putting some infested Terrans down. Try and get a little bit of damage in here. I did end up losing this base again. What are you going to do? He's rallying in here. That's a lot of Vikings. When I see all these Vikings, I'm pretty sure that he's probably got this game because I don't have any corruptors out. But I've got to beat this guy back here. So in come the broodlords. I've got 11 corruptors coming in after this. These guys got a lot of energy, and I should be using them more. So I'm sacrificing my broodlords essentially to be able to take out this guy's army. Big throw of infested Terrans. Nice snag. This was a huge pickup for me. Taking out all of these. These are 1-1 actually. That's not too bad. Big pile of corruptors coming out. He's still got a supply lead over me, but I have air superiority. And I've got a bank. Turns those guys around nicely. Expanding up here. My bases are empty. I'm mining nothing. Good thing I've got a bank, but I'm still mining nothing right now. 32 links coming out. This guy's at least got a base up. He actually probably... Oh, there's his transfer. So he's in good shape. I don't really have a ton of gas, though. So I'm in a really weird spot right now. I am finally taking control of what my workers are doing. I know that he hasn't expanded up here. Pretty sure he hasn't expanded here yet. So I'm attacking this way. Units move, go there to check. And expanding down here again. And I threw down a whole pile of macro hatcheries. Yeah, 6 hatcheries queued up. Just because my queen injects. I'm trying to do the best I can to keep up with them, but it doesn't always work out. Cleaning up a few units. Gonna go back and take the watchtowers. He doesn't have a really great army right now. But he is mining, whereas I am not. So his production's going up. 2-2 on the way. Yeah. I've got 1-1, so I'm not terrible, but I'm not great. I've got enough for 3 broodlords because I don't have any gas. Finally taking the gas over here. And I'm moving people into gas as they move over. I blew a lot of my bank really quickly, building some more workers. What are my units count at here? 54 workers to his 58. It's late game, but I don't have the bank to be able to start trading out all my worker supply yet. Still have all the watchtowers, so I see all this moving around. So I'm going to get into position. I've got my hotkeys. That was not me. There's my hotkeys. Got my air army, infestors, more air army. Okay, my hotkeys aren't as good yet. What did I do? There we go. So I don't have very many broodlords, but I have enough infestors, and I have a lot of corruptors to be able to deal with what's coming at me. I actually have a really good sized army. I didn't notice that. My army size is actually pretty good right now. Looks like he's floating down a base to just take some minerals. Great idea. Thieve that out. I don't even see it. I don't want to lose this base, so I'm going to go after this guy before he has a chance to really do that. Let's see what's happening here. That's actually a lot of Vikings. 10 Vikings. So he's going to move in for that base. I'm going to move in to kill off the air. Looks like he is going to take down this base again. I don't know what he's trying to do. He's trying to starve me out, which is fine. Infestors coming down. These guys are stimmed to crap, so they will die with 1 fungal. And the Lynx will clean this up. He's got 2-3 Marines versus my 3-3 with adrenal glands Banelings. So they're pretty decent. These guys could probably be doing more than what they're doing now, like attacking this. Regardless, I'm coming over here to pressure these bases because I know that they're here, and he's making money and I'm not. Though this base is going, which is nice. I should be looking to expand again soon. My bank is gone. He doesn't have any bank. He's got a lot of gas though, surprisingly. Looks like he's going to try and take another base. Happily, I've just got an army that's very tough for him to kill. It's just not going to be something easy for him to do. Particularly with my infestor tech. But he's still keeping up really good with his macro here. 4 Vikings at a time. Marines. Great production out of there. And these guys should be 3-3s. Well, he's not getting his +3 yet. But his Vikings are getting +3 attack. So I'm going to come in here now and pressure this base. Infestors coming in for support. I still have the... No, I don't have the watchtower. I want him to come up here with all those Marines. It's kind of funny. All of his guys, he stemmed them again. And... whoop! So he doesn't end up killing any of them. He does get away with all of his SCVs, which is fine. I'm not too worried about my corruptors taking too much damage. They're just there's a meat shield essentially anyways. I don't know what all those SCVs are doing, but he's just kind of throwing them away right now. Pile of links coming in as support. Go! Go! Oh, that was actually pretty close. Gonna just kill off that command center and take another drink of wine. Double expanding, moving workers. I need to get into gas pretty soon. I run in a whole pile of links here just to see what damage I can do, which apparently isn't a lot. I wish that guy would attack with this into my infestors. It'd be fantastic. Though they got enough for a couple of fungals. 1, 2. Yeah, they got a few fungals in there. 75 energy. I've got enough for about 7 fungals. It's alright. These infestors are a little bit bad timed, but that's alright. If I lose a couple, it's not a big deal. They're not attacking anybody right now, so they're not getting targeted by what's going on. So I kill that off. Oh, wow, look at that. That's a pretty killer lead. He does have this base up here. Every single SCV is over there, but they've got nowhere else to be, so that's fine. What's the units at anyways? Did I get up to a good amount of workers? 47! Wow. Wow. Defenses. Idle workers doing nothing. Anyways, late game's not my specialty. These random marines that were sitting around are actually kind of proving mildly effective. Oh! They get the armor upgrade. Well, isn't that nifty? I see the big transfer. I'm gonna try to grab a few of those. Which is nice. He does move this thing away. I figured he was long distance mining, so I didn't check to actually go after that. Big stim up. Brood Lord's coming back. Is he gonna get one finally? Nope. These guys are still just 1-1 versus his like 2-3 Vikings, but just got too many numbers. So I'm gonna come in now. I know that a lot of his infrastructure's over here, so I'm gonna start pressuring it. He's got 18 supply, so he's pretty much out of this game at this point. Feels good. Crazy game that I didn't play great, but a couple of really good micro situations kept me in that, so I'm pretty proud to have come through at the end of this against a Terran that had as many if not more bases than me and more supply for most of the game. So good control, good mechanics. I'm very happy about that. Thanks again for tuning in. See you guys later.